that he is not only one of the best, if not the best Mexican fighter, but he is the best pound for pound fighter in the world today. And we have to give him that, that acknowledgement. We have to understand that Canelo moved 2 weight divisions to fight at light heavyweight. You can't tell me that Crawford or Lomachenko or anybody else in boxing is daring to be great like Canelo. Is anybody moving up in weight class? Is anybody unifying titles? No, Canelo is, because he wants to be great. He wants to leave a legacy. And that's what legends do, is leave a legacy and take risks. You know, if you want to become a great fighter, you have to take risks. And that's exactly what Canelo did tonight. Yes, it was difficult, but he did a hell of a job. So on this note, let me introduce to the podium first a young woman who gave us an amazing fight. You know, I'm very proud of women's boxing. I'm very proud of women's boxing because finally it's happening. Finally, women's boxing is getting the respect it deserves, and it's long overdue. Cynthia, come up to the podium. Congratulations on your win. You did an incredible job, and you made East LA proud.
Thank you guys so much. First of all, I want to thank God for the victory, and thank my team, thank Golden Boy Promotions, Robert Gibbons for making the fight happen, and Oscar, and Eric, and everybody involved. And yeah, who's scared now? Berlin, where are you? Oh, that's right, you're not here. So, you know, it feels great to just show tonight that I was not afraid. Marlene's used to pushing her opponents back in fights, and we had a great game plan. I pushed her back most of the fight. Then she tried to box me when she was hurt, and I still got inside. And I showed that I can fight different ways. And yeah, in the 9th round, I heard her say that she can't see. You're pretty much quitting when you say that you can't see. I would never, in a fight, say that I can't see. I fought through so many adversities. I got cut by a headbutt my last fight. I fought in Tijuana, Mexico, and my dressing room was flooded to the floor, and I still went in there and got the victory. I fought with my fingers fractured in like 3 fights, and you know, nothing can break me mentally because I'm a fighter. That's what I do. I'm an animal in the ring, and I hope you guys, you know, saw that tonight, and you guys see that in my fights moving forward. So I want to be the best at 105 pounds, 108 pounds, and you know, 112 is not my natural weight class, but I have the belt here now, and if the fight is right, then I'll also fight at 112 pounds. So just thank you guys so much for all of the support. Thank you, Golden Boy Promotions, and looking forward to moving forward and getting some more bouts. So let's do it. Thank you.
Okay, any questions for Sunisa?
Definitely, I don't fight for belts, I fight for the victory. It's not about the belts to me. It's about getting the victory, and that's the most fulfilling thing, for sure.
What's the beef stuff?
Sunisa? Oh, over here.
Yeah.
Congratulations, first and foremost. Knowing that there was so much bad blood going into this fight, what was the feeling when you saw that the fight was stopped and that you won in the cards?
I was very excited, very relieved and happy. Like, I mean, I'm not much of a talker. Everyone who knows me knows that, and Marlene made it seem like I'm the talker, and I was the one who was afraid to fight her. But like I said, I've been boxing for almost 20 years. I had over 100 amateur fights. I fought girls in the beginning of my career who outweighed me the next day by almost 20 pounds. I don't fear anybody. And like I said, Marlene was the last person that I would ever fear.
Got one. What was it about Marlene's style that made you feel like you had a good chance to beat her?
Because I feel like I can fight so many different ways. I can work the body. I can box. I have good defense. I can fight on the inside very well, and I feel like I'm very versatile. And Marlene fights the same way in every fight, and I studied it very well. So I knew that I knew that I just had to make her feel uncomfortable and push her out of her comfort zone. Because when you do that, then it's like mentally she starts breaking down little by little, and that's exactly what happened.
Thank you.
So just talk about just the pure satisfaction of this being over, this being behind you, and being just a
Yeah, it's very satisfying, but I just want to go back into the gym and focus on the next fight, continue to win world titles.
Cynthia, what do you want next?
I would like to go back down to 108 and fight the WBC world champion, Cynthia Gomez, and I'll fight at 112 pounds if it's the right fight. Yeah.
Do you consider this beef settled with her?
I know for her it'll never be settled because she'll still have something to complain about. She'll say the headbutt distracted her, the headbutt this, the headbutt that. With or without the headbutt, I was winning clearly on all the scorecards, and I was giving her a beating no matter what. So the headbutt doesn't matter. Like, if you're a fighter, you'll fight through it.
You still hate her?
Oh yeah.
Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Cynthia. So this next gentleman, he's a breath of fresh air for the sport of boxing. And we need more colorful, flamboyant fighters like this, who are likable, but who are fighters, who give it their all, who go down on the canvas, get back up and win fights. So it is really my pleasure. I mean, not only after hearing his story and where he came from, where he's been, but what he wants to accomplish. This is what the American dream is all about. So I'm really, really proud to introduce Blair the Flair Hobbs.
I would like to thank God for this victory. For one, my incredible team, my incredible boxing team, all of you, every single coach, Bones, Brandon, incredible, all the incredible athletes that I've sparred along the way. I'd like to thank Golden Boy and the Zone and everyone that's under that banner. I'd like to thank Oscar, Bernard, everybody. I would like to thank, finally, but definitely not least, is the fans. I thank the fans for coming out and to support boxing and its rise to greatness. I believe that I am the most exciting man in boxing. In this fight, I've showed what it means to be great once more by getting knocked down, by going through adversity and rising to the occasion off the canvas to win, not just in decisive longevity of a unanimous decision, but an actual knockout. And at the end of the day, somebody got hurt. There was some ribs broken, and there was some chins tested in this fight. I think my opponent, he's tough as nails. He's never been knocked down before, and he's definitely not been hurt to the face too many times I've ever seen. It's been a wonderful, exciting moment being here with you guys, and I thank you, and I thank everybody on Golden Boy, Eric. I thank everybody for allowing me to be the opener and welcoming you guys to the biggest show on earth, Canelo and Kovalev.
Any questions from Blair?
Got one?
Here.
What went through your mind when you got knocked down? I'm sorry.
Here, hold on. Oh, I think.
Thank you.
Wait.
Is it on?
Bill? It's on. It's on. Oh.
It is Blair the Flair, the baddest man on the planet. Woo!
Oh, wait. Go ahead.
Blair Cobbs is back.
It's on.
It's
Any more
it's
questions?
not on. Just
I got one
scream
right
it.
here. When you got knocked down,
Not on.
what was the first thing that went through your mind, or did anything go through your mind? Or
I was completely cool. Like it was more so an off balance shot. He caught me in the back of my head, threw me off for just a slight second. I got right back up and controlled everything from that moment on. He throws the looping shots. He's very awkward. It's kind of like playing basketball with a guy that don't know how to play basketball, which was mostly me at the time. So he's very awkward. You have to figure him out first. So it took me a couple rounds to break him down and figure out exactly how to address the situation. Each fight, I'm getting better. Each fight, I'm growing as an individual, as a fighter, and as a showman.
thank you.
So you can expect more from Blair the Flair.
You ended up coming back from that knockdown to stop your opponent in the 6th round. In between those rounds, in the middle rounds, we saw you work the body. We saw you go up and down, use your head movement. What was going through your mind right after you dropped them with that picture-perfect straight right in the 6th?
It's showtime, baby. It's showtime. Matter of fact, the show don't start until you find some adversity. I was happy that I got knocked down early. That was that little kick that got me going. It was like, okay, now the show really starts. And I build back up, one fight at a time, one round at a time, 1 second at a time, winning each round decisively. And then, of course, I've started blocking the shots with the hands and mixing different defensive measures. And then, of course, hey, the Mexican came out of me. When it's time to fight, the Mexican come out of me. And we put on a good show. And hey, I'm a bad man. Hey, y'all want to go blow for blow? We can go blow for blow, and somebody's gonna go down every time.
I'd love to hear that, Blair. My next question, just who do you want next?
I'm not calling anybody out right now. I'm just enjoying this moment. I'm not the head attraction of this venue. I'm just the opener. And with all respect, I cannot take over the show completely and give 100% respect to man Ryan and Canelo Alvarez. I'm not calling anybody out, but I'm definitely putting everybody in the welterweight division on notice that Blair the Flair has arrived.
Thank you, Blair.
Yeah, me too. That was a good card. I mean,
Primeramente a todos,
yeah,
gracias por estar aquí, gracias
por
por darle la atención merecida a este gran evento. Y quiero decir que el Canelo nuevamente demostró su habilidad, demostró que él es el mejor peleador libra por libra en el mundo entero. Lo demostró porque subiendo 2 divisiones no es fácil. Si era fácil, cualquiera lo haría. Y nadie lo está haciendo. ni un Crawford, ni un Lomachenko, ni nadie está subiendo 2 divisiones para pelear con un campeón mundial. Y el Canelo noqueó a Sergey Kovalev en una manera espectacular. Se convirtió en campeón en 4 divisiones y eso para cualquier boxeador es algo muy especial que requiere mucho esfuerzo, mucha disciplina, mucha dedicación. Así para mí y en los ojos de muchos, el Canelo se está convirtiendo en el mejor campeón mexicano en la historia del boxeo. Y no ha terminado. El Canelo está comenzando. Y eso a mí me orgullece. Eso a mí me hace muy feliz porque no solamente está ganando campeonatos mundiales, pero está levantando la bandera mexicana en alto a nivel mundial, orgullosos de él. Estamos muy contentos con lo que ha logrado y lo que viene son cosas muy grandes. Next fighter.
Watched the post-fight interview. It's very clear to hear and say, that Golov's winning with the jab. Yeah, I did too. I mean, but there was no snap in the jab eventually because
Okay,
something.
Kathy Duva has an announcement to make. Kathy.
Okay, so out of an abundance of caution, Angus and I and Jolene have just forced Sergey to go to the hospital. He seems fine, but the way things have been going lately, we're just not taking any chances, so you'll understand. He wanted me to tell you all that he's sorry, although I kept telling him you should never say that. He fought a great fighter tonight, a legendary fighter, and you can't make a mistake against a guy like Canelo. I think Sergey was fighting a terrific fight, but Canelo Alvarez is the best fighter of this time, I believe. I think he proved tonight, and Sergey wanted everybody to know that he plans to be back and win light heavyweight titles again, as I'm sure he will. So thank you all, and continue.
Thank you, Kathy. You know, I've been here before many times as a fighter, where I've had to prove myself over and over and over and over, and it's a never-ending story. It's a never-ending story because you know I had the gold medal. I was winning world titles. I was, I guess, better looking back then. But it was a never-ending story. Well, when are you going to fight this fighter? Well, you're not good enough for this fighter. You have to prove yourself. You know, but that's the story of a fighter that is becoming great, that is destined to become great. And this next young man is going to be experiencing those same questions, you know, and he's going to continue to prove. And this fight tonight was a testament of his abilities, of his work ethic, of his discipline, of his desire to become great. So I'm privileged and I'm honored to be working with a young man that has the potential to win many world titles and become the face of boxing and so on and so on. So Ryan, congratulations. Let's give it up.
What's up, everybody? What a great night, right? For my team, we came in there, we trained hard together, you know, me and Canelo, and we did what we do in the gym. I mean, I didn't really expect anything else than that. I know I was getting a lot of slack, and people were saying that, you know, maybe I was too cautious, I didn't want to take this fight, and, you know, I was scared of the power, or I wasn't ready. I think I proved that, you know, that wasn't the case this fight. I've been working with a lot of things with Eddie, and I showcased that. I know it was only one round, but I definitely, if it would have settled in, I promised you guys would have seen the improvements, but it didn't get the chance to do it. But I just want to thank God, thank you, Jesus, for, you know, getting me through this. Thank you to my team, my dad. Thank you to Lupe, my advisor. Thank you to Golden Boy, Oscar, my guy Bernard, always giving me motivation. Every time I talk to him, it's like, man, I know I'm gonna get something. So, and I just want to thank, you know, Robert Diaz, everybody part of the whole show, you know, The Zone. This is just a dream come true for me. I never really thought, you know, coming from Victorville, you know, I had to train in a garage because we didn't have no money for a gym membership. You know, I started making videos on Instagram, you know, we just all flashy, and, you know, climbing up the amateur ranks, you know, I was on top of there, but like nobody ever gave me my credit even back then. You know, they looked at me and said, this kid looks a certain way. He'll never become a champion. He'll never be able to do it in the pros. And I always just had that passion inside me and that will to prove everybody wrong. But, you know, thank you, God. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thank you. Any questions? Yeah, I mean, I wanted to showcase what I've been working on in the gym, but he came at me like Marvin Hagler, you know, versus Tommy Hearn. He was right on me. I'm like, man, can I just settle down and throw my jab? But he wasn't letting me. He was coming in with his head, throwing the big overhand, trying to knock me out. So I was like, all right, I was like, Dad, if he comes at me like that, I'm gonna just start throwing my shots. And I brought it out.
Ryan. Right here. Hello. Ryan, you mentioned earlier, I think in your post-fight interview about places where you can hurt someone when you punch them. I noticed that you were going around your opponent's guard tonight, hitting him around his ears, and finally on his temple when you KO'd him. Was this something you planned or you've been working on, or it just what presented itself tonight?
I just watched great fighters, you know, back in the past, you know, where they hit the fighters, and then I learned, you know, watching Sugar Ray Robinson, watching all the great fighters, you know, how they punch with that looping left hook, or they punch with that hard overhand right, you know. You often see them catch them behind the ear or right on the chin. And that's when I started thinking, all right, let me just, because I know I have that punching ability, I just got to place them where you can knock somebody out. And then you don't really got to hit that hard. You just hit them right here, right in the temple, or right in the chin. And they're gonna go down.
Right. Back here. First of all, congratulations. Yep. First of all, congratulations on the victory. Not sure if you were aware, somebody was here kind of scouting Devin Haney. With you winning the WBC silver title, obviously he was just elevated to champ with Loma at franchise, but I asked him and he said that that's a fight that he wants, and he says, why wait? Make it happen. Do you think that that's a fight that should happen within the next year in 2020, or do you think that waiting to maximize the finances is a better idea with that fight?
It's not about the maximizing, you know, the money or the pay. It's just, you know, I'm moving at my pace. Whatever Devin, you know, wants, he's gonna say that, but in reality, you know, it's not gonna happen, you know, by 2020. You know, it's more possible to happen in 2021. You know, it's just. You know, I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm not gonna, you know, paint a picture for you guys and be like, oh, we're gonna fight next year, and then it doesn't happen. That's why I stopped calling out names, because, you know, it's just not realistic.
From your experience, Ryan, what advice would you give those kids?
From your experience, what advice would you give to those kids who want to reach their dreams, but have faced doubt along the way?
my main thing I want to let all those kids know is that you follow your heart, your instincts. You know, whatever somebody's saying to you, you know, that's when you know you're doing something well. When people are trying to bring you down and trying to hurt your soul, you know, I'm not gonna lie. All the hate I was getting, it was hurting me because like I love this sport so much that I'm so emotional. I'm emotionally involved into the sport. So when I hear somebody from the media say, "Oh, I'm not that good. I can't be doing no," like it literally hurts. Like literally, I'm like thinking about it. But then I think to myself, like I got here by just believing in myself. So to the kids, wherever you come from, believe in yourself and train, work your ass off, and it will pay off. Well, I had like a little plan, you know, just my own thoughts. I wanted to fight Linares next, and then I wanted to fight Luke Campbell. Those are the fights realistically that I want. So that was basically that's my plan. I said I wanted to fight Avery Sparrow, then fight Duno here, then fight Linares, and then fight Luke Campbell. I didn't change. I haven't changed anything. This is just what it is. Because you'll never get ahead if you're always looking at the next racer on the side of you. You gotta worry about yourself. You know, you're gonna just slow down if you keep looking to the left or the right. You gotta worry about yourself. Don't hate, and just work hard. That's it. Yeah. All right, thank you guys.
I'm done. Oh, okay. When I get home, I'll. Okay.
You guys are.
You got else to
Canelo is here now.
Oh, okay.
Bueno,
Where did all my viewers go? Everyone loves
el
me.
cuatro veces campeón mundial
You notice I've been posting a lot more interviews, and I know you
que hizo historia esta noche, que nuevamente puso en alto a todo México y al mundo entero. Aquí está el campeón, Saúl Canelo Álvarez.
Where is he? Oh, there he is. Ooh. Your hand. Your hand.
Muchas gracias. Gracias a todos. Muy contento con la victoria. Sabíamos que iba a ser un poquito complicado, obviamente los primeros asaltos. Fue más de lo que pensamos, pero gracias a Dios todo salió como esperábamos.
Yeah, he is.
¿Está Vivian?
Look at the belts. Let me show you the belts.
Vivian.
No, it was your hand. That's all. Sorry.
Escúchate. Okay, otra vez. Estamos muy contentos, muy agradecidos con todos ustedes, con toda la gente que siempre me ha apoyado y pues obviamente estamos contentos por el resultado, ¿no? Somos 4 veces campeones mundiales en diferentes divisiones, que era el objetivo. Sabíamos que iba a ser una pelea dura, una pelea complicada. Se nos fue obviamente más de lo que pensamos, pero gracias a Dios todo salió bien. Tuvimos paciencia, la paciencia que se necesitaba para esta pelea.
We're obviously very happy. We're very happy with the results. We are 4 times division title holders now. It was a hard fight. It was more hard than we thought, and we are here. We are here, and we have won. And very grateful to all.
Y pues prácticamente listo para sus preguntas.
And ready for your questions. Saúl, how hard did he hit?
Sí, no, obviamente se sentía la pegada, ¿no? Un peleador más grande que yo, se sentía la pegada, pero lo pude asimilar bien.
Obviously, he is a much larger fighter than I am, so I did feel
Yes, that's Canelo
but I was able to deal with it. And were you frustrated because you could see that you were swinging a lot in the air?
Y al final fue el que me funcionó.
Well, yes, but at the end, that's what
Perseverancia.
worked. Perseverance. You hunted with Saul, obviously. You did take some punches, so did that frustrate you? Did it frustrate you?
No, sabíamos que teníamos que tener paciencia, ¿no? Teníamos que tener paciencia, obviamente se nos fue un poquito más de lo que creíamos y pues Eddie me mandó en el 11 a cerrar y así fue como lo hicimos.
No, we had to have patience. We knew we had to have patience. It went farther than we thought, but in the 11th round, Eddie sent me to close it out, and that's what we did.
Congratulations.
Hi, then.
Thank you. A tremendous knockdown for you. And I wonder, you now simultaneously hold world titles as a light heavyweight. You have the title you have for super middleweight. You're still the middleweight champion of the world. You are the fighting definition of a pound-for-pound fighter. Most people have over you very high up on the rankings. I wonder if you believe that with a victory like this, and the way you scored the victory, you should be number one in the world right now, pound for pound.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Es un honor que me hagas eso.
It has been an honor to be this.
I'm asking, do you think you should be rated now by the masses as the number one fighter in boxing? We know you're the biggest attraction and star and all that, but as far as your talent's not that far behind.
No, como le he dicho, la verdad que no me preocupa si soy el número uno en el ranking, libra por libra o no. Me preocupo por seguir haciendo mis peleas, seguir haciendo historia y pues al final que me pongan donde me quieran poner. Al final es gente la que pone, a lo mejor ellos no lo soy, ¿no? Pero aquí sigo haciendo lo que mejor pueda para boxeo y para obviamente mi historia.
Like I said, I really don't care. I don't care if they believe that I'm the best, if I'm the best pound for pound. What I care is to come here to make history, to show people who I am and create history, and I'm here to do that.
Canelo, para Telemundo Deportes, felicidades nuevamente por el triunfo. Ya dijiste, entraste al selecto club de los 4 títulos en 4 divisiones diferentes y también le agregamos, así como lo logró Julio González en 2004, el segundo mexicano en ganar en este peso semicompleto. Felicidades por eso. Ahora, ¿qué quisieras lograr?
You have 4 titles now, and obviously you've added this 4th one, like Julio González did in 2004. What's next now?
No, pues obviamente seguir haciendo historia. Eso es lo que quiero y pues no sé con qué me va a salir Eddie ahora.
Obviously.
Con qué locura.
Obviously, we want to continue making history, and now I have to figure out what Eddie's going to come up with, see what crazy idea he comes up with.
Pero estamos listos para lo que sea.
But we are ready for anything.
Do you think, having now gone up to 174.5 pounds in official weight for this fight, that even if you wanted to go back down to middleweight, that you could make 160 pounds? I think if Roy Jones would have went from light heavyweight from heavyweight, and that'll drop a lot of muscle to get down to light heavyweight, really took a lot away from his career. It's going to be hard for you to go back to 160.
Seguramente sí va a ser difícil no bajar a las 160, pero pues toda mi vida ha sido difícil bajar de peso y lo sigo haciendo, no va a ser difícil, pero pues tenemos que defender el título también ahí.
Yes, it is difficult. It will probably be very difficult to lose weight. It's always been very difficult for me to lose weight. However, we must continue creating history, and I can do it.
Buenas noches. Se esperaba, y los sabios que no se ponen guantes para el boxeo decían que ibas a lastimar al cuerpo. Sorprendes a todos porque el knockout fue donde menos se esperaba, al rostro y además un knockout efectivo.
Canelo, everybody was expecting that you go to the body, that you attack the body. However, you surprised everybody by going towards the face.
Sí, también es lo que les dije en entrevistas pasadas. Uno piensa una cosa y al final te sirven otras cosas. Por eso hay que tener varios repertorios, ¿no? Y también improvisar. Lo conecté arriba y fue donde se acabó la pelea. También creímos que iba a ser al cuerpo, pero no era nada fácil entrar al cuerpo de Kovalev, no es un gran peleador.
Yes, as I said in past interviews, that was the intention, to go to the body. However, once you're there, that's when other strategies must be placed. It was hard to get to his body, so it was unpredictable, and it was towards the face that we won.
Saúl, muchas felicidades. Preguntarte, escuchábamos un poco, tratábamos de los consejos que te daba Eddie en la esquina, sobre las estrategias o los escenarios sobre los cuales platicaron. ¿Cuál de ellos fue el que sí estuvo ocurriendo y cuál no? Podemos darnos cuenta que decía, sí trae condición o trata de meterte para que lo golpees al cuerpo, trata de entrar y como mencionas ahora, en realidad el castigo fuerte llegó arriba. Por favor, cuéntanos rápidamente cuál de esos escenarios que planearon sí estuvo ocurriendo y qué cosa lo sorprendió porque no pasó.
Pues realmente sucedió todo lo que hicimos, todo lo que practicamos lo hicimos, ¿no? Por ahí me salí de la pelea a ver si le cortaba el ritmo o algo y salí, llegué y me regañó, ¿no? Ve otra vez donde al principio, ¿no? Donde estábamos, era lo que nos estaba funcionando, pero era difícil entrar al cuerpo como creíamos, eso no funcionó tanto, pero pues, gracias a Dios tenemos muchas cosas por hacer para hacer arriba del cuadrilátero y salieron
I don't even think
The
he'll go down in
difficult we tried was to
160.
go to the
No
body,
more.
but obviously that was very difficult for me to get to the body. So we practiced for many other strategies to have happen, and thank God, because of practicing many other strategies, we were able to do what we did.
Muchas gracias a todos.
Thank
Gracias.
you,
Que pasen buenas
everybody,
noches.
very much, and may you have a good night. Thank you.
On behalf of the Golden Knights, they want to present Canelo with a very special Dia dos la Muertos, Dia de los Muertos jersey that only the players wore today for the warm-up. Only 30 of these were made, and they made a special one for Canelo. So I want to give that to him right now.
Thank you, Alfredo.
Heading home. Right there, man. Right past me. Yeah, I got a long drive. I should get home by 4.
Oops, sorry guys.
Oh, well.
Okay. Well, I'll show you Larry Merchant. Here's Larry.
We'll see you later.
Bye guys, right? Bye, good seeing you. Oh, thanks guys. Anyways, this was an incredibly long fight night. I'm gonna try and get interviews right now. I don't even know if I can because Canelo he's done. He's tired. But he made history. He's a 4-division world champion. So I'm gonna go to work. Thank you guys. In the image of a teacher. It was hot and then it's cold. I'm just wearing it's a long sleeve dress. But I'm gonna go work. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm tired. It's more like 6, yeah. Okay guys. Oh wait, what's going on? Is he doing a scrum? Let me see it. Let me flip it over. Everyone's going crazy for this. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be posting all the footage. I'm gonna post the conference down for Ryan and all them. I know, good night. And then I have some interviews with Larry Merchant. Oh, there's Oscar. Let's skip this. And my camera. And you know what? All right. Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in. But make sure you guys subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. Share, like, all that fun stuff. But this guy right here, Larry Merchant, is the man. I got to sit down with him. I had like a 20-minute interview with him today, and then I got some more scrum. What Canelo should do next, and what Kovalev should do next in their career. Okay, so goodbye, good night. See you guys at the fights. Bye. Viva Mexico!